Every tiny decision you make today isn't small, it's a signal to the universe. Your micro-choices ripple into massive shifts, shaping the life you've always imagined. Are you ready to step into the quantum flow and watch your reality transform? Most people underestimate the weight of their daily choices. From the moment you wake up to the second you sleep, every decision, what you eat, how you respond to challenges, the thoughts you dwell on creates a ripple across your reality. Imagine your life as a vast ocean. Each choice is a pebble thrown into the water. Alone, a pebble seems inconsequential, but together, these micro-decisions generate waves strong enough to alter the tide. In quantum terms, your focus and intent, expressed in everyday actions, influence probabilities around you. Science and spirituality converge here. Neuroscience shows that repeated habits shape neural pathways, wiring your brain for either growth or stagnation. Now, quantum principles suggest that consciousness interacts with possibility. The key is awareness. When you recognize the power in your micro-choices, you stop living passively. You stop letting external circumstances dictate your reality. This awareness allows you to act intentionally, aligning your small daily decisions with the life you aim to manifest. By creating a daily protocol and intentional framework for thought and reflection, you begin to orchestrate reality instead of reacting to it. The universe responds not to grand gestures alone, but to the subtle, consistent signals of a coherent, focused individual. Micro-choices are not small. They are the currency of transformation. When you treat them as such, you begin to collapse potential timelines into the one where your highest vision becomes inevitable. Every micro-choice you make carries an embedded intention, whether you realize it or not. Some decisions are concisa, deliberate step toward a goal, while others are unconscious, driven by habits, past conditioning, or fleeting emotions. The critical question is this: are your small choices aligned with the larger vision you hold for your life? If not, even your most ambitious dreams remain out of reach. Alignment begins with awareness. Think of your daily actions as tiny currents in a river. If the currents all flow in the same direction, they create a strong, unstoppable force. If they scatter chaotically, the river stagnates, wasting energy without moving anywhere meaningful. Similarly, your actions must flow in the same direction as your highest intentions. One powerful technique for alignment is reflection. At the start or end of each day, pause and ask yourself, did my choices today reflect the person I aspire to be? Did they move me closer to the life I envision? This simple exercise activates your consciousness and strengthens your decision-making clarity. Neuroscience shows that reflection enhances prefrontal cortex function, the brain's center for planning, self-control, and deliberate action, while also dampening impulsive responses. In essence, you train your mind to favor intentional, high-vibration choices over reactive, low-energy ones. Quantum physics provides an equally compelling perspective. In the quantum field, every potential reality exists simultaneously. Your consciousness interacts with this field, and your focused attention collapses possibilities into one tangible outcome. When your micro-choices are aligned with your macro intentions, your consciousness sends a coherent signal, increasing the likelihood of manifesting the desired reality. Conversely, misalignment creates interference like static on a radio, making the universe mirror back confusion, hesitation, and delay. Let's apply this to real-life decisions. Consider financial growth. One person decides to save a small portion of income daily, read a book on investment strategies, or actively seek new opportunities. Each choice seems minor in isolation, yet collectively, they create a trajectory toward wealth, security, and freedom. Another person procrastinates, spends impulsively, and ignores opportunities. Their daily decisions, although seemingly innocuous, generate a trajectory of limitation, stagnation, and frustration. The difference between these two individuals is alignment, the conscious calibration of micro-choices to support a larger vision. The beauty of this principle is its universality. It applies to relationships, health, career, and personal growth. Small decisions, choosing patience over anger, exercise over inertia, learning over ignorance compound over time, creating enormous shifts. The universe does not reward effort alone. It responds to coherence, to deliberate, consistent alignment. Implementing a daily quantum protocol can solidify this alignment. Begin with a short morning ritual. Define your top 3 intentions for the day. Connect emotionally with the desired outcome and visualize success in vivid detail. Throughout the day, check in. Are your choices resonating with these intentions? If misalignment occurs, course correct immediately. At night, review your day, noting decisions that supported your vision and those that detracted. This cycle of intentional action, reflection, and recalibration becomes a feedback loop, gradually programming your mind, body, and energy to operate in harmony with your highest reality. Ultimately, alignment transforms micro-choices from mundane acts into powerful levers of change. When practiced consistently, it allows you to collapse the gap between who you are today and the life you're capable of creating. Small decisions are no longer trivial. They are the threads weaving the fabric of your reality. Each intentional choice resonates through your day, week, and month, compounding into a coherent energy field that attracts opportunities, relationships, and experiences aligned with your ultimate vision. Consistency is the invisible engine behind all extraordinary transformation. Many people misunderstand manifestation as a momentary spark of inspiration or a single big move. But the truth is far more subtle and far more powerful. It is in the micro steps, repeated with precision and intention, that the quantum field begins to respond. These are the daily actions that may seem insignificant in isolation, but when compounded, they create a force so strong it reshapes reality itself. Think of your life as a tapestry. Every thread is a decision, a thought, a choice. Pull one thread, and nothing seems to change. Pull dozens, hundreds, thousands over time and patterns emerge. Designs take form. And a reality previously unimaginable comes into existence. In the quantum field, this principle is mirrored perfectly. Every intentional action, no matter how small, broadcasts your coherence, signaling the universe that you are committed to your intended reality. Inconsistent action, by contrast, introduces interference, generating chaos in your vibrational field and prolonging the wait for results. Consistency is not simply about repetition, it is about alignment. A repeated action becomes powerful only when it is consciously connected to your higher purpose. For example, meditating daily is far more than a routine. It is a quantum signal of clarity and focus. Journaling with intent is not just writing words on paper. It is an energetic declaration of your future self. Small habits practiced deliberately align your mind, body, and energy with the life you are aiming to manifest. Neuroscience confirms this. Repeated, purposeful actions create new neural pathways, solidifying habits and automating alignment. Over time, your brain begins to instinctively favor choices that resonate with your vision. Consider a practical example. Someone seeking career growth. Applying for one job a week may seem minimal, but combining that with daily skill building, networking, and reflective visualization creates a rhythm. Each micro-action compounds, producing opportunities and breakthroughs seemingly out of nowhere. The universe does not recognize the quantity of effort, responds to coherence. Consistent, aligned action generates a measurable quantum effect, increasing the likelihood of desired outcomes. Consistency also builds trust with yourself. Every completed intentional action reinforces your sense of reliability and capability. This internal trust strengthens your energy field, making it magnetic to opportunities, relationships, and experiences that mirror your intentions. Without consistency, doubt creeps in. Your energy wavers, and the field mirrors that uncertainty back. Ultimately, quantum transformation is not about doing more. It is about doing consistently, deliberately, and in alignment with your vision. One small, aligned action each day is more powerful than sporadic, grand gestures. Momentum builds, coherence strengthens, and your micro-choices accumulate into macro shifts that the quantum field cannot ignore. Over time, what once seemed impossible becomes inevitable. There is a quiet space in life, a pause that feels like nothing is happening. But in reality, everything is shifting beneath the surface. Most people fear these moments. They call them stagnation or waiting, and they panic when progress doesn't feel tangible. Yet, the truth is that the calm before the leap is where transformation is quietly orchestrated. This is the void phase, a critical, unseen stage in your personal and quantum evolution. Imagine a rocket on the launch pad. You don't see the engines igniting immediately. There's a moment of stillness, the precise alignment of components, pressure building behind the scenes. This is what the void phase is like in your life. Your energy is being aligned, your quantum field is being calibrated, and your next move, your leaps, being prepared. Anxiety often arises here because humans crave visible progress, proof that something is happening. But in the quantum perspective, the universe doesn't operate on your clock. It operates on coherence, preparation, and alignment. During this phase, micro-choices take on extraordinary significance. Each thought, emotion, and action acts as a signal to the field, directing the trajectory of what is about to manifest. If you panic, doubt, or try to force outcomes, you disrupt the alignment. But if you maintain presence, trust the silence, and continue your disciplined practices, you are actively participating in the unseen formation of your reality. The universe is already constructing your leap, just waiting for you to embody readiness. This void phase also offers a hidden advantage: clarity. In the stillness, distractions fade, priorities sharpen, and subtle insights emerge. The universe communicates not through noise, but through alignment and intuition. Those who recognize the messages hidden in calm are the ones who leap with precision, landing further and faster than those who act prematurely. Recognize the paradox. Doing less in visible terms can create more in invisible terms. Your next breakthrough doesn't require frantic effort. It requires calm presence, intentional alignment, and conscious observation. This is the art of decoding the silence between leaps. Embrace it, and the moment you act, you move with momentum, amplified by preparation you cannot yet see. In short, the void phase is not emptiness. It is fertile ground. It is the quiet before your next quantum leap. The unseen alignment of energy and intention that transforms potential into reality. Learning to navigate this calm with patience and focus is what separates those who achieve effortless breakthroughs from those who struggle endlessly in visible effort but remain stuck. Your life is not shaped solely by monumental decisions or dramatic moments. It is sculpted by the accumulation of micro-choices. Every tiny thought, action, and decision creates ripples in your personal energy field, which in turn interacts with the quantum field around you. The paradox is that what seems insignificant on the surface often has the greatest influence on the trajectory of your life. These small, consistent choices compound over time, producing macro shifts that appear almost instantaneous to an observer. Consider the analogy of a river carving through rock. No single drop of water moves mountains, yet over years, persistent. Flow shapes, landscapes. Your micro-choices are like those drops of water. They may seem negligible in isolation, but their collective impact is profound. Choosing patience instead of frustration, focus instead of distraction, trust instead of doubt. These are the quantum signals your field registers. They are the subtle vibrations that prime your environment for the reality you wish to manifest. Most people underestimate the power of micro-choices because they are conditioned to seek visible outcomes. We wait for validation, proof, or external reward to feel our decisions matter. But in the quantum realm, the effect of your choice is immediate. At the energetic level, long before it manifests physically. When you act with alignment and presence, even small gestures, sending a kind word, taking a moment for focused reflection, or choosing integrity in a minor decision, send a coherent signal that the universe amplifies. This principle explains why consistency trumps intensity. A single dramatic effort may create temporary results, but it lacks the vibrational continuity to produce lasting transformation. In contrast, a disciplined pattern of aligned micro-choices generates a sustained resonance with the field, creating conditions for breakthroughs that appear sudden but are actually the product of accumulated momentum. Every moment becomes an opportunity to influence your reality. Here's the key: awareness. Without conscious attention, your micro-choices often default to old habits, reactive behaviors, or conditioned patterns that broadcast misalignment. But when you consciously observe yourself, your thoughts, actions, and emotional responses, you gain the ability to guide them intentionally. This is where personal mastery meets quantum influence. Small, deliberate adjustments in daily behavior resonate exponentially in the field. Your next step is to identify one micro-choice that has been sabotaging your alignment. Observe it without judgment, then deliberately replace it with a choice that embodies your highest intention. Over time, these adjustments cascade, producing a compound effect so powerful that it reshapes your circumstances, relationships, and inner state. What seems minor today becomes the foundation for monumental change tomorrow. In essence, your micro-choices are the levers of transformation. Master them, and you no longer wait for opportunity, you create it. Each choice sends a signal. Each decision tunes your field, and each consistent action builds the invisible architecture of your desired reality. Quantum shifts do not occur in grand leaps alone. They emerge from the quiet, consistent, and intentional accumulation of your daily choices. One of the most overlooked tools for creating quantum shifts is the simple, consistent practice of daily rituals. These are not elaborate routines or complex systems. They are small, intentional acts repeated daily that align your mind, body, and energy with your desired reality. What separates high achievers from those who remain stagnant is not luck, talent, or circumstance. It's the quiet power of their daily choices, their rituals, and the energetic signatures they broadcast consistently. Think of daily rituals as the operating system for your quantum life. Just as a computer needs a steady environment to function efficiently, your consciousness requires repeated signals of coherence to collapse possibilities into your preferred reality. Every morning, meditation, intentional breath, or moment of focused reflection is a micro-adjustment that tunes your internal state. Over time, these rituals compound, creating an internal environment where clarity, focus, and alignment become the default, not the exception. Most people underestimate how much their daily habits dictate their outcomes. They believe transformation requires a dramatic event of promotion, a move, a big opportunity, yet neglect the small acts that prime their field for these breakthroughs. In quantum terms, your rituals are like sending precise frequencies into the field repeatedly. These frequencies eventually resonate, attracting corresponding opportunities, people, and circumstances. Consistency is more important than intensity. A 5-minute daily reflection has greater power over months than a 1-hour effort sporadically applied. The hidden power of rituals lies in their ability to cultivate presence. Presence is the key to coherence, and coherence is the language of the quantum field. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions are aligned through ritual, you broadcast a unified signal that cannot be ignored. It is no longer about forcing results. It is about creating a magnetic field where opportunities naturally converge toward you. The universe responds to the vibration of your routine, not the drama of your desire. Moreover, rituals serve as anchors. During chaos, life is unpredictable, full of stressors and moments that threaten to pull you off course. A daily ritual acts like a gravitational center, allowing you to recalibrate quickly and maintain alignment. This is why top performers across all domains, from athletes to entrepreneurs to spiritual leaders, rely on repeated essential practices. They create the invisible scaffolding that supports extraordinary achievements. Start by identifying one simple daily ritual that resonates with your goals. It could be journaling, movement, visualization, or conscious breathing. Commit to it consistently, even for a few minutes. Observe how it shifts your awareness, your energy, and your response. 2 challenges. Over weeks, the subtle impact grows, influencing not only your internal state, but the external opportunities you attract. Daily rituals are more than routines. They are quantum levers. They silently build the energetic architecture of your future. By honoring these small, consistent practices, you align with the frequency of your desired reality and make the extraordinary inevitable. There is a stage in every transformation where nothing seems to be happening. Pause, a gap, a quiet before the leap. Many call it uncertainty, fear, or stagnation, but in reality, it is the void phase, a critical part of the quantum process. This is the moment when your old patterns dissolve and the new version of you is gestating. It feels uncomfortable because the ego resists emptiness. Yet, it is precisely in this silence that profound upgrades occur. The void is not a vacuum of nothingness. It is a space of infinite potential, an energetic canvas waiting for the bold strokes of your intention. Think of it as the chrysalis phase of a butterfly. For weeks, the transformation is invisible, yet all the work is happening internally. Your nervous system is recalibrating, your mind is reorganizing, and your energy is aligning with the next level of reality. The universe is quietly responding to the coherence you maintain in this phase. Even if there is no external evidence yet, most people panic in this stage. They try to force results, scramble for external validation, or retreat into old habits. But the truth is, resisting the void prolongs stagnation, while embracing it accelerates breakthroughs. The void tests your trust and commitment. It asks whether you will continue to vibrate as if your desired reality is already here, even when the external world appears silent. This is the crucible of creation, the point where commitment meets patience, and alignment meets courage. During the void phase, micro-choices matter more than ever. Every thought, every emotion, every action is magnified because the field is sensitive to coherence. One moment of fear can broadcast uncertainty. One moment of presence can anchor expansion. This is why mastery over small decisions, the ones that feel inconsequential, is critical. Choosing calm over panic, clarity over distraction, focus over scattered energy, transforms the void from a place of anxiety into a launchpad for extraordinary manifestation. Spiritually and scientifically, the void is where transformation is most potent. Neuroscience shows that periods of stillness allow the brain to integrate experiences, form new neural pathways, and prepare for higher-order functioning. Quantum physics teaches that possibilities exist simultaneously until they are observed and collapsed into reality. By maintaining presence and intention during the void phase, you collapse probabilities in your favor without external interference. To thrive in this phase, develop practices that cultivate patience, presence, and trust. Daily rituals, conscious reflection, and energy alignment become your allies. Reframe the void not as a gap to be feared, but as fertile ground for creation. Understand that the discomfort signals growth, not failure. Each quiet moment is a signal that your next leap is imminent or internal. Calibration is nearly complete. Embracing the void phase is the ultimate demonstration of mastery. It separates those who wait for life to happen from those who step into the unseen, holding unwavering certainty that their next level has already begun. The leap is always preceded by stillness. The void is the womb of your transformation. Now you understand that every thought, every feeling, every tiny choice contributes to your vibrational broadcast. But what happens when these micro-choices compound over time? They generate quantum momentum, a force that propels your life forward in ways most people never anticipate. Micro-choices are not small. They are the threads weaving the fabric of your reality. Each decision to stay aligned, each moment of intentional presence, accumulates energy that eventually breaks through resistance and accelerates manifestation. Think of quantum momentum like a snowball rolling down a hill. At first, the changes seem invisible. You make the same positive decisions daily, maintain focus, and cultivate clarity, yet nothing appears to happen. This is the deceptive calm, the subtle shift beneath the surface. But with consistency, the momentum grows, and suddenly, change arrives faster, smoother, and more aligned than you could have orchestrated consciously. The snowball picks up speed, and your life begins to mirror the inner coherence you've been cultivating. The secret to harnessing this momentum lies in conscious consistency. It is not about massive, sporadic effort. It is about persistent alignment with your higher self, even when the world seems unresponsive. Every micro-choice choosing patience over frustration, focus over distraction, integrity over convenience broadcasts a signal to the quantum field. This signal accumulates as momentum, setting the stage for larger shifts and breakthroughs. The field responds not to the grand gestures, but to the sum of these intentional, coherent actions over time. One powerful example is how habits shape reality. Tiny daily actions, often dismissed as insignificant, create the pathways that define your outcomes. Reading a page of wisdom daily, practicing gratitude, or visualizing your desired reality for 5 minutes each morning. These are micro-choices. Individually, they may seem minor, but together, they form a coherent frequency that the quantum field recognizes and amplifies. This is why persistence matters more than perfection. A consistent 1% improvement every day compounds into monumental transformation. Scientifically, this principle aligns with neuroplasticity. Each repeated choice strengthens neural circuits, making desired behaviors automatic. Over time, your brain begins to operate in harmony with your intentions, reducing internal resistance and allowing momentum to flow naturally. Quantum physics mirrors this reality. Repeated coherent signals increase the likelihood of desired outcomes collapsing into existence. Micro-choices are your instrument for collapsing possibilities in your favor. The key takeaway is clear. Every small, intentional action matters. Your focus, your emotions, your thoughts, they are your tools for generating momentum. Stop waiting for grand events to initiate change. Instead, leverage the power of daily, intentional micro-decisions. With enough quantum momentum, the leap. You've been preparing for arrives effortlessly, and your reality aligns with the vision you have cultivated. Momentum is the bridge between the void and the manifestation. Master your micro-choices, and you will master the field itself.